Hello and welcome to English 300. This is Jackie Gibbons, your instructor. This video is going to sort of move you through the course to show you where things are. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do, this is the landing page, the announcements page, and by the time you actually see this, there's going to be something here, a welcome announcement, but for now it's just blank. So this is the page you're going to see, and the announcements will be listed by date, the most recent at the top, unless I move something up. So for the most part, the most recent will be at the top. Now the first thing you're going to do when you get here is go to Getting Started. Now in this area you're going to find a link to the course syllabus, information about course and books, the introduction video about me, and then the course navigation information, which is the one that I'm actually recording now, so you're not going to see the information about me and the course navigation yet because it's not in here. But the first thing you'll see, and this is how I do everything in my course, which you'll see in the weekly folders, but here's a link to the syllabus. You need to completely read that, all of the information in it, and then there's a syllabus quiz which is located in the weekly folders section for week 1. So I'll show you that in a minute, but this will take you to the exact same location as this button. So or the link. So if you scroll on down here, you're going to see the book information. One thing that you will want to notice here is that the first book is mandatory and the second book is not. So the very first book you will want to purchase a copy. Now there may be some electronic rentals, I have no idea, but I know that they are available in print. So this is going to be your book for the semester, and then this one is just highly recommended. This is actually the book that I use to grade your formatting, and the formatting for this semester will be APA. No one will be doing MLA or CMS or anything else, so you'll be focusing on APA formatting. And that book has some really good details. There's also some other resources that I will provide you during the semester if you don't have the book. So you don't have to purchase it if you don't want to. So there'll also be 2 videos in here very soon, and then once the course is opened up, you'll see those. Now the instructor information, I want to show you this because it's really important. If I send out an announcement and it comes in your email, please do not respond to those. When you do that, I may never get the message. It may not get to me at all. So don't respond to those. Respond to actually send an email to me. And in this, I'm going to edit this because it says it's not available while I'm talking to you. But in this, it gives you my information about how to contact me. It gives you information about what times you can contact me via phone. I have a work cell, but I do have that at my house so that I just want to make sure that nobody contacts me after 8 because I have a child that's pretty young and a husband that sleeps, and so do I sometimes. So if you look here, you see, please schedule an appointment with me. I teach online. I no longer have an office in Cherry Hall. I do have an office elsewhere, but I'm very busy teaching classes, and I will meet with you if I have to, but I prefer doing the virtual thing. This is an online class, and that is sort of the norm for meeting in these classes. So I've given you my personal Zoom URL. Now, the URL will not work unless I'm in an actual meeting with you. I will hold a few of those in the evenings throughout the semester, so if I send you a link, it's not mandatory, but it's highly recommended because that'll give you a chance to talk through some questions. And if I run out of time, I think those meetings are limited to 30 minutes. So if I run out of time for some reason, I'll jot down your questions and I will answer those, via announcement or something like that. If you have a question that's of a personal nature, always email those. Don't post those anywhere inside Blackboard or discuss them on a Zoom conversation unless we're having a one-on-one conversation. So that just shows you a few things about how to contact me. And then the announcements page you saw. The weekly folder, I want to show you this because right now all you have available to you is the weekly folder for the first week. Now, because we have a holiday on Monday, it starts on the 22nd, which gives you a little bit shorter time to achieve things. But let's have a look. I want to show you how these are normally set up. Now, these are normally set up like this in this course, and I do that because I want to make sure that each thing that you have at the top has a corresponding link or information on how to get to it. So here it says explore and read the Getting Started section of the course. Of course, the Getting Started section is here. take the syllabus quiz by 11:59. This is the actual syllabus quiz. To read the syllabus, you'll see that in Getting Started if you do the first step, or you can go over here and click Syllabus. When you click this link, it's going to take you straight to the quiz. The quiz is short and simple, but you will have to look through the syllabus for the information. And there's one question that asks you, did you read it and understand it and agree? And if you say no, that means that you are not going to stay in the course. I just want to be clear, or I think you have to say false. So on that one, it's really the question, the reason that it's there is to make sure that you agree to all the guidelines in the syllabus. That's really the only way you can do it in an online class, because I can't have you come in and sign a sheet of agreement saying that you read it and understand it and agree to it. So there's that one. And then the discussion board for the week, you see it up here. Complete discussion board number 1, and it says introductions and respond in a meaningful way to at least 2 students by 11:59 p.m. CST on January 27th. So you can see that that link is down here. It corresponds to the date. When I click this, if I haven't posted anything, it's going to show up blank. If you've never done these before, I just wanted to show you. You just click Create Thread, and what's going to happen is all those directions are going to pop up. You'll read the directions, you'll fill it out exactly. I even gave you an example. Oops, it went down further. I even gave you an example down here of what I'm expecting. I want at least, 50 words or so, and really don't go over 150 or so on these. That would just be too long, but just give a meaningful response. This is actually a real response with the names changed from a student to another student on real things inside of their post. So I want to let you know kind of what you're in for there, and you have to do 2 of those to get credit. Also reserve the right to take off for grammar and spelling. And that comes straight out of the 10 points. There's no extras. So please spell check and grammar check before you do this. You can paste into here if you read the directions. There'll be a pop-up sometimes that says you can't do that, but it tells you how to paste it if it does that. So you know how sometimes you'll right click and you can click paste. On this, you see this pop up, and it tells you to paste. What to do is Control V is in victory. So you hold the Control key, CTRL down, plus V, and it's going to do it for you. So just in case you have that trouble, and that's only in certain browsers. Let's see, I'm in Google Chrome right now. So that's why it's asking me to do that. And really, Google Chrome or Firefox are the only ones you should be using. And about half the time it'll let you paste, and about half the time it won't. So just keep that in mind as you're doing it. So as we move down the row here, you already saw the weekly folders. Everything you need will be in those each week. All of the links. If I need you to do something that there isn't a link to, it'll tell you exactly what to do. I try to be as clear as possible. In the past, online courses that weren't clear about stuff like that, they really bothered me. So I've tried to get feedback from students on how to set courses up to make sure that it's helping them. And so far, the weekly folders have been sort of a rave review from students, because they know exactly where to go, what they're doing every week, and where everything is. You don't have to go hunting it. Now, this discussion board link is the exact one. It's this. It'll go straight to the discussion board. And in the future, you could actually go to this, and if you had something that you had posted inside of a discussion, then you could go back and retrieve it, because it would show all of the discussion boards on this page. So the research writing journals, they are not showing up for you yet, because I like to keep it simple at the beginning just to make sure you are navigating the course okay and not having any trouble. It does tell you what they are, and it tells you that they have to be uploaded in Word. You do have to use Word in this class, and you have to upload those in .doc or .docx. So I rarely allow any other format, and RTF will work on Blackboard where I can see it, but I do not want it in that unless you get prior permission from me, because I have to do something special to that, and it's going to be really hard for you to format it correctly. So stick to .doc or .docx. You do not have to format these. Your major papers are the things that you'll have to format, but not the research writing journals. So let's have a look at the papers. What's in this area? These are going to be your major papers that you saw in the syllabus. All of those will be in this section. You'll actually see your first one pretty soon. I believe it was the summary one that'll pop up here with a rubric, and we'll talk about that when it happens. And then the tests and quizzes, you really won't have to worry about this. In this class, your argument paper is your final exam, but the syllabus quiz is in here. But of course, you don't have to click it because it's all in the weekly folder. So you see that I sort of organized this hopefully in a friendly way that you can find things. Now these little things down here I want to mention. The course related links, they just have some sources that you can use. And it has like, well, I'll show you. So it has research guides and tutorials. This is actually on the library page. You can click on your major and it'll kind of give you some ideas of where to search for topics and such. The writing resources, there's all kinds of stuff in this folder, so I won't go through all that. And then interesting websites and tools. So you can explore that when you're looking through the course. The English 100 refreshers, that's for people who might need information on types of writing, and some of these won't really apply to this class. But I put it up here because, I mean, each one has value, but it has like a brief guide to argument, which we will be doing argument papers, so that section may be particularly helpful. The writing process, reading critically, these are all concepts from the first level class, just in case you need to run through those, but some of these, again, you're not really going to have to worry about those too much. This goes straight to the Western Libraries page, which you will use the databases and everything there, but you'll definitely want to start where I showed you where you could go to your particular major and look up information there. So I hope that this video helped you. I'm so happy to have you in class. We will get through this together. So it isn't an easy class, but if you go through the steps and you follow my directions, you're going to do super well. Stay in touch. Make sure that you contact me with questions early. You know, I'm here to help. I love to teach, and so I want to make sure that I make this, you know, as pleasant of an experience as I can, and be your support system. Thank you so much for listening, and welcome.